Hey guys, this is Lynn. Thank you for joining me for another segment of Wigglers Wednesdays. Today, the guys are going to ask questions that women have posted them about relationships and physical things like, body type, all kind of great questions. And I cannot wait to let you guys talk to my two guests today. One of them is John and the other one is Chris. So let's sit back and hear their responses to some of the questions that women have asked men. Question. That's too heady. I don't want to ask that.
I'm here for all the smoke until Chris comes back.
Too heady. Okay, so what do you think? And I'm gonna ask this to Chris when he gets back. What do you think is the motivation of most men when they date? Is it sex? Is it just companionship, or is it just to play the field? What do you think in your personal experience, because you're a man, I'm assuming that you know men, what do you think is the goal, motivation of why men date?
I feel like there's like three categories. There's women that you want to have sex with. There's women where you're like, I'm attracted to, but they're on, I don't know which side of the spectrum. And then there's women that you like, I'm enamored with this individual, and I can imagine myself being with them long term. And so it depends on which category you really fall in. From a man's perspective. From my perspective, I mean, and this is coming from all the guys that I know, but there's also that view of, chance. But for me, there's I want you, I don't want you, you fall in that category of in between.
Okay, so you say that men generally, I guess, and I may be restating this wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, men generally can categorize a woman when he meets her or as he gets to know her?
So the man categorizes the women when he meets them. It just happens. It's just that.
I think I end up in the fuck category a lot. That's why I don't.
Well, for the most part, so here's the thing. I mean, there's the no fuck category. So there's really four categories. But technically if you fall in the no fuck category, you fall into one of the three. And if I'm willing to spend my rest of my life with you, that's still the fuck category.
So, what kind of character? And this question was not on the list. So, ladies, if y'all listening, I'm sorry, but this is my own question. Okay, what kind of characteristics makes a woman land in the relationship companion wife category? Well,
because I feel like to some degree men are predators, but honestly, that's probably like 70% of the population, because there's like 30% of the population that are just very introverted, and that's not what they do, right? And so, I feel like you fall into that category when you meet somebody that's like, that's what you're the type of person that I'm attracted to, and you kind of fall into that, I'll see where that goes, or you fall into the wifey category. And because men are physical creatures, physicality has a lot to do with that, because the realization is I can't get to know you if you expect me to take you out. And if I'm not physically attracted to you, which is the first category of me wanting to approach you, then if your personality is don't get me wrong, your personality could be so great and I still could talk to you, but I have to get to the point where I know your personality. And so if you're not in that situation, I'll never know. And so I'm going off my physicality. And if your physicality doesn't meet my perspective, you never get past that stage of wanting to do anything more.
So is it just physical that puts a woman in our one fuck category?
So Yeah. So, I mean, most women, for the most part, so the average. Well, I take it back. If there's 100 women, and if we're going to use a scale between 1 to 10, right?
Okay.
We're assuming that anything above a 4 is fuckable.
what the hell does a 4 look like? Okay.
I don't know what a 4 looks like, but I'm trying to think. Now you got me thinking what a 4 looks like.
Right, I want to know what a 4. I'm gonna text you later. You're gonna tell me what a 4 look like.
Maybe Kelly Price, maybe.
Kelly Price is a 4.
She ain't a 6. She ain't a 6.
Okay, I ain't gonna ask what I am, but okay, continue. What is it? Just physical characteristics that makes a woman somebody that you want to have sex with, that you want to feel her vagina?
I mean, I really don't know what Kelly Price looks like, but going back to your, so here's the thing. If you like, and it depends on a man. It's like, if you like tall men, or if you like tall women, and you like 5'2", it's just not gonna work. If you like chocolate women, you're not gonna work. Like you fall into that 1 to 4 category.
Okay, so a 10 is pretty much subjective.
Well, it's absolutely subjective. What I like is that's the beauty of what God has done for man. It's all subjective.
Okay, so a man, just so I can make sure I'm clear. A man already knows when he meets a woman how he's going to categorize her. Now, can a woman change from I just want to fuck her to somebody I want to marry? Can you turn her into a housewife?
Well, so here's the thing. You can if you fall in category 2. If you're in category 3, you can only go to category 4 or category 2.
Now, wait a minute. You got to write a book. Hold on. Keep in mind, I've been working. How many categories was it again?
So, in assumption, there's 4 categories. Wifey, I don't know, fucking, and nah, we good.
Okay, wifey, I don't know, fucking, and nah, we good.
Yeah.
And the nah, we good category is people that's under 4. Not 4s and below.
No, and the reality of it is the lowest category, at worst, you can move to the category above you. But you can't go to the first. You can't be a 4 and go to category 1.
So personality has nothing to do with it. If I'm a 4, I can never go to 1. If I'm a great person, I'm morally strong, I have a great career, I'm a good woman, and you know I'm funny as fuck.
Maybe if they got cancer. I'm just being honest. I'm just being like, if you present me with a long life and I ain't attracted to you and I don't like your, I mean, category 4 is like, I'm not attracted to you and I don't like your personality. Or
wow. So you are basically essentially saying it's either, I got to get this straight because I've had half a bottle.
If you're not in category 2, you're not getting married.
But if I'm in category 3, where I just want to fuck you, I might.
No, category 3 gets you to the point of, I kind of want to be with you, but you won't be with it.
Why?
I mean, well, because you're in category 2, because I don't know. But really, I mean, technically what I'm saying is you could get to category 1. So sure. So mathematically, but in reality of it is, I'm leaning towards not wanting to. So the odds are really against you. So maybe there is some odds from a mathematical standpoint. Maybe your odds go from 2% to 3. I don't know. I don't really know what that math is.
But so if I'm in category 1, I have the best chance of having a committed long-term relationship based on your category.
Yeah, because I already want to be with you long-term. So at that point, all you can do is fuck it up, or I can fuck it up.
Wow, you have really, and I don't know if it's the wine or what, but this is sounding real good to me right now. So when you meet somebody, Chris, I don't know if you can hear, I don't know what happened to your screen, it froze up, but we were talking about physical, how you know what you want from a woman when you date them, what's your intention when you date. And John gave us a wonderful example of the spectrum. Pretty much 1 to 4. One is, tell me again, 1 was relationship status, 2 was, it could go either way. And 3 was, I just want the booty. And 4 was, hell no. Hell to the no.
Hell to the no. I mean, that sounds funny.
I mean, and you know what? That's who's mostly in my inbox is hell to the no.
Well, that's how most women feel about most men that hit on them.
Keep on hit on me.
This lies in the seat. You just think you just learn how to ignore the men that hit on you.
No, the cute ones don't hit on me.
Now you sound like a man.
A cute one did hit on me yesterday, but he's 33.
So what that got? Age ain't got to listen to R. Kelly. You just won't end up in jail, as long as you don't pee on him.
He's 33, and I'm significantly older than 33.
So
I don't know. I mean, what can we really do?
Well, no.
I mean,
I mean, I'm just throwing out here. You said he's 33. Does he have any other qualities besides his age?
He's 33. He has a career. He's, a nice looking guy. But he's 33. And it is now 8:19 and I have not received that call.
He's not what?
I said it's not 8:19 and I have not received that call. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
Did you text him and ask him? Did you call?
I'm not the person. I'm not the one to chase.
You're not chasing. You're just asking the question.
I'm not. If you knew that you're supposed to call me.
No. What happens if I call? How many times have you called people and they've been like, "I didn't get your call"? You're not chasing. You're not chasing. You're just asking a question.
Oh, I'm really hard-headed though.
But you need to be able to. But people have to separate their emotions from what they want to know. Because here's the problem. The problem is you're interested. You're still interested. And you don't, and the thing is, if he calls right now, you may end this session.
No, I wouldn't.
You may prematurely end this session. Like right now, we vibing. But you're like, it's 1:50. You're like, at an hour and 15 minutes, you be like, I'm good. We can end this out. Let's wrap it up. I mean, I don't really know.
Hey,
Chris, so you back? Welcome back.
I am. I picked up Facebook Live and Instagram in the meantime, but yeah, I'm back.
You're back. So John went to go grab him a drink, fill his drink up. So I did ask John, I'm going to ask you, what do you think? And he gave an excellent response. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's the wine or what, but it was great. His categorization of dating. Okay.
Would you have a gallon of wine? Like, I mean, we only been doing the show for about an hour.
Nah, look.
I see you do more wine at my job than this.
Look,
so.
Hold on. Now look. So the question was, what do you think the motivation of most men is when they date?
The same as I believe most people.
Okay, wait. So let me ask you the second part of the question, because I didn't ask you the second part of the question. The first part of the question is, what do you think the motivation is of most men when they date? Is it sex? Is it companionship? Is it just a date? What do you think their ultimate goal is when they date?
A connection.
Really?
Yes. So the dynamic of humanity is to connect. That's what we're here for. Is we seek to make a connection. Whether it's two men sitting up there connecting over the Texans and a touchdown, or two women, having a day out at the spa, or a nice, little evening in Galveston, and with breakfast in bed. Mm-hmm. All of that boils down to a connection. Okay. Now, what happens outside of that is where, once again, you have to understand that it's not just men, it's women too. It's like we're seeking a connection. And not always do you know when you meet someone that this is the connection that you're seeking. Case in point, my ex-wife, I met her in a bar, never seen her before. Okay. 5-6 years down the line, like that, it wasn't the most storybook wedding. We weren't high school sweethearts, you know, or anything like that. We were two people sitting there sharing a drink, talking about baseball, you know. And so now I could be villainized for what happened later on, or she could be villainized for what happened. I would never do that, because I think I thoroughly communicated what my expectations was from the very beginning, and I try not to forget that. I'm not perfect.
So it's more so about, for you, a connection, and that's kind of, I think it's interesting, and that connection could be, like you said, you know, deep connection. It could be a sexual connection as well, right?
Right. Or it could be shallow as hell too.
It could be shallow as hell. So yeah. I mean, I think that's very interesting. When you meet someone, and I'm going to ask John to add to what you just said.
Okay.
When you meet someone, it's for men. I'm not talking about women. For men, it's more so, like John said, it's about categories. You know what you're going to do with them when you meet them. Whether you're going to
fuck them. I learned that from a woman, to be honest with you.
How?
Well, when I was younger, I've always liked dating older women, you know, and so I was inquiring to an older woman about, hey man, you know, about this dating game, because I'm damn near grown now. And so she's like, well, you got to understand that, you know, women, especially, you know, if you're, and she was quite straightforward with it. You know, if you're like me, you have to compartmentalize. You got some people that he's just on the phone. He may just be for phone sex. He may just be for cuddling. He may just be for sex. He may be the one, but he ain't the one, because, you know, and so she told me earlier on, you got to learn how to compartmentalize and know your role.
And I think that's really interesting.
And this is a woman told me that.
That's a word.
In a church parking lot, by the way.
That John uses. Well, he used compartmentalization, and I that's something I've never been able to do, is compartmentalize, and maybe that's why.
Yeah, that doesn't strike me as your forte.
I have never, and I
nothing wrong with
that shit. Let me tell you, I hate that I cannot compartmentalize. I hate that I can't separate. You know, because I feel like it would have
separate what?
You compartmentalize
the intimate part versus the friendship.
If the sex is really great,
right,
I'd be wanting to marry your ass.
Right, because you know what? Let me take the floor on this. Because by design, it's a fatal flaw, I believe. This is personal opinion. There's no science that women are fatally flawed by design when it comes to the sex department. That for intercourse to happen mutually, you all are entered. Unless when it comes to a male-female relationship, you all have to receive us. So there is an exchange there, but you all absorb the most of it. So emotionally, whether you decide to or not, you become attached to it. Us, we already attached to him. He with us every day, all day. You know, so you have to accept us and him, and they don't always work together.
I think that's definitely true.
You know,
don't.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm the rogue. I'm gonna say it. You know, I don't make very many friends, but I don't make very many enemies by lying either. I shoot straight from the hip, and whatever happens, happens. But I feel like I'm not saying fatally flawed that you all are sub below us or beneath us or anything. I think that it's the beautiful curse of being a woman is that for sexual intercourse to happen, that's where that happens. And so when you are placed in that vulnerable position, you have to be confronted with some very real decisions. And you have to deal with emotion and logic and law.
My life would have been a whole lot simpler if I was just able to compartmentalize. If I was just able to take sex and let it be sex, yeah. My life would be a whole lot simpler.
But how many women do you know that can truly do that?
Shit, I don't know. They must be some savages, because I don't understand how. Because it takes so much for me to be able to let. I'm not gonna say I've never just did it just for the purpose of doing it, because I have. But
do you know any women that are that savage?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, you do, but they may not say it, but I mean, women out there on the prowl. We didn't bring the title up of cougar for no reason. You know, I mean.
Yeah, but even at my level of seasoning.
Okay.
In my, this age that I'm at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even now, I don't just do it for the sake of doing it. Because if that's what I'm doing, I got several people I can call. I don't.
Okay. Why?
Because I want it to be more than just, it's not just about physical to me anymore. Like, you're not doing anything for me that my vibrator can't do.
But you won't give me the boyfriend title though. Remember, let's double back to that. Let's talk about that. Now, so you give me companion, but you won't give me boyfriend, but you're not looking for marriage. So where do I fit in that?
I'm too old for boyfriends. If we grown, you just.
What do you mean you're too old for boyfriends? So you're too old for boyfriends, but you're not too big old for marriage. How does that work?